Peace and blessings, beautiful people. It's your girl Naya here. This is going to be an unboxing of the Wayward Dark Tarot by Pixel Occult. Unboxing, flip through all that good stuff. I remembered my scissors today. Oh, goodness. I hope everybody out there is doing good. Pixel Occult. And there's the website and the Instagram and all that. So I was very scared. I remember following this deck on Instagram. And I knew it was going to get released this year, but I totally forgot because life got in the way. Things happen, right? And I was like, no, I missed the Kickstarter. But thankfully, they have it on their Etsy shop. So it comes in a tin, which I am not mad at, honestly. Wayward, the Wayward Dark Tarot, featuring fully illustrated cards that envision a beautiful, macabre, symphonic? What word is that? Underworld. I don't know what those words are. I have a relatively good vocabulary. I don't know what that word is there. So this is the first edition. And I got my little grubby fingerprints all over it. This is a Thoth-based deck. And it's monochromatic. So there's a little white book. It has the Kabbalistic representations or correspondences listed in the guidebook, which is really cool. So of course we have Princess, Prince, Queen, and Knight. Yep, totally Thoth-based. The Golden Dawn titles and the deacons are also listed on there. Perfect. All right. So it's just a very simple little white book. And here are the cards. Okay. Now let's get into it. So size-wise, that's always important. Here we have a standard Waite-Smith, and they are standard size, so that's good. The rounding of the corner is a little bit different, but that's okay. It's still rounded edges. And okay, let's go ahead and get into it. Let me scooch that in. So here we have the full. There's a little symbol right there. The Magus. Mercury. We have air here, the elemental air. Planet Mercury. Here's the Priestess, which is the moon. Here's the Empress. The Empress compared to the Priestess looks so chaotic, right? But nature is chaotic in and of itself, and love is messy, which is definitely Venus's domain. And instead of having the 12 stars on her head that crowns her head, she's like hovering over the 12 zodiac signs. That's cool. The Emperor. Still have the posture there. This is really cool and different. It's totally something that's kind of, oh, how pretty is the Hierophant? Sorry, I gotta say, the Hierophant is always one of those cards that make people cringe most of the time. But that one's pretty interesting. Oh, I could see the bull head right here in the middle. The sign of benediction, the key. This would be like the two people who are looking for the mentorship. Very cool. Here we have the lovers. The Chariot. I like that. Adjustment, which is justice. That's a pretty powerful adjustment card, because you know, like in Rider-Waite-Smith, you have justice with the sword and the scales. You know, justice will be served, that kind of thing. But what are the consequences of an injustice? Or, you know, it's usually being put in jail, being put in prison, detained. So all the chains and stuff is interesting. And then also it looks like this figure is floating in the air, which zodiacally this card does represent an air sign. So it kind of reminds me of that scene in Supernatural when you first, if you guys have not seen Supernatural and you're on my channel, please go watch it. And but anyways, when Dean basically first got dragged into hell, he was like in chains, like in the air or whatever. We have the Hermit, Severus right in the front. I love this graphic take on a Thoth based card. I think I want to do some side-by-side comparisons of the two, just for reference of some of the symbols that are coming over. And one of the things that's really beautiful about the Thoth is the artwork. You know, it's very involved, it's very detailed, it's very colorful. That's the only thing missing in this. Obviously this is monochromatic, but there's a lot of feeling in these images, I feel. And you need to sit with them for a minute to really pull out everything that's going on, because it is monochromatic. So it forces you to sort of meditate, to zone in. So this is the Wheel of Fortune, which is very intriguing. I'm gonna have to sit with that one. Sorry. Lust, or the Strength card. The Hanged Man, or the Hanged One. And I'll reverse it so you guys could see what the image looks like. Very beautiful. The Death card. The Art card, which is the Temperance card in Rider-Waite-Smith. We have the Devil. War would be the Tower. And I like the lips, the mouth, the big eye. That Thoth influence is definitely there. We have the Star. Very beautiful. The Moon. the Sun, the Aeon. I like how the Aeon looks like they're looking in a mirror, they're getting ready to step on stage to go into a show. That is the feeling that I'm getting, because Aeon in Thoth is like a new chapter, kind of, sort of. And then we have the Universe. And then we move into, this would be what, the Ace of Wands? Let me move this right quick. So I will say this, geez, help me. The cardstock is very, very glossy. So that might not be fun to take pictures with, but I'll look past it and try and get some use out of it. So, yeah, Ace of Wands, Two of Wands. And I could tell it's glossy just because I could see my fingerprints every time I touch a card. Three of Wands, Four of Wands, Five of Wands, Six of Wands, Seven of Wands, Eight of Wands, Nine of Wands, Ten of Wands. And then we have the Princess of Wands, Prince of Wands, Queen of Wands, and the the Knight of Wands, pardon me. So the pip cards definitely look like some of them look like a very monochromatic version of the Thoth. Now we have the Ace of Cups, Two of Cups, Three of Cups. Oh, I like the pomegranates in that. Four of Cups, Five of Cups, Six of Cups, Seven of Cups, Eight of Cups, Nine of Cups, and Ten of Cups. So real quick, I just want to say, if you are familiar with working with the Thoth deck, when you see some of those minor cards, you get a flash of it in color, like that memory retention of just having worked with a deck for so long, that I was like seeing it in colors, like what colors were popping out to me. Like, for example, like this card, like the golds popped out to me, even though this is monochromatic, you know what I mean? The golds and purples on that one. Okay, Princess of Cups, Prince of Cups, Queen of Cups, Knight of Cups. Peacock feathers, y'all. Holla. Like, hello, peacock feathers, anybody? Did not expect that one. All right, moving right along. We have the Ace of Swords, Two of Swords. That's a pretty Two of Swords. Three of Swords, Four of Swords, Five of Swords, Six of Swords. Pretty cool. Six of Swords, Seven of Swords, It's like, sorry, I gotta go back for a second. It's like a hornet's nest, right? Hornets have stingers, they're aggressive, they're quick, there's a lot of them. It's just like words. You can cut people with your words if you're not careful, but to be able to have a mental jousting or verbal jousting requires structure and kind of a place to contain it before it exits your mouth. You know what I mean? I don't know. Very cool. So that was 6. This is the 7. This is the 8 of swords. 9 of swords. Okay then. 10 of swords. Princess of swords. Prince of swords. Queen of swords. The head, the hanging head. That's an iconic Queen of Swords for Thoth, is she's holding the head. And then Knight of Swords. Okay, moving right along. Sorry I'm taking so long and being so drab. Ace of Discs. 2 of Discs. I don't know how I feel. Oh, I see it. Okay, I like it. I was gonna say at first I don't get it, but if you look closely, you see the snakes. Very cool. 3 of Discs. Spider web all day, every day. Also, love the mercury, sulfur, salt, the 3 alchemical things that work together to bind the universe. Power. 4 of Discs. 5 of Discs. 6 of Discs. 7 of Discs. 8. 9. 10. We have the Princess. I like this Princess of Discs a lot. Like a lot. The Prince of Discs. Oh, I like it. Queen of Discs. And the King. I'm sorry, the Knight. I do that. Get stuck in my Wheat Smith rut a little bit. So there has been the flip through of the Wayward Dark Tarot. I think I'm going to go ahead and maybe use these for my dailies and see how they read for that. Again, this shop on Etsy is Pixel Occult. You can't miss it. The only, because I know I backed the Sinking Wasteland Tarot, and I get a lot of people like when I use that deck. The one that I didn't get from him is the Neon Moon one, and it's not because it's not cool. It's just I know I won't reach for it because the colors are like pink, and I should just get it anyways because I like his work. Just saying. But that one I didn't get because I had a lot going on around the time that I noticed it. But I went ahead and went for this one because I definitely didn't want to miss out on this one because this one is Thoth based, and there's not very many. There's some Thoth based decks out there, but not that many, and this one has definitely a modern edge to it, and there are hints and glimmers of the original Thoth in there. You can definitely see where it was inspired or how it was maybe recreated, and this is why I said I might do a side-by-side comparison. Just you can see where maybe it may have strayed off a lot or where the influences came from for each of the cards. So that might be a kind of cool video. So let me know if you guys are interested in that, and if you are, I'll go ahead and record it. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching this video. Much love, many blessings. Peace.